Hello, hello! Welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back with all of you with a new crossword to solve. Hello, Dee. Hi, Felix. We got Tess here, which is a relief because I know that we changed clocks here in the US and Tess is not in the US, so the fact that Tess found us is a good sign. I was worried that some of our international viewers might be left behind with the time change. Hello, Shania. Hey, Dad, not dude. And we got Ledition on Twitch as usual. And I'm psyched to dig into today's puzzle. Today we're going to be doing, and we got Boney M guessing for one across. And Steven, okay, lots of people. And Duo says, I've been waiting for an hour. I'm so sorry, Duo. Yeah, the clock's changed in the US, so it's noon now on my clock. We're going to be solving an LA Times crossword puzzle. So this will have a theme, but not a title. No title today. Just to prove it to you. It's by Wendy L. Brandeis. I don't recall solving any of Wendy's puzzles before, so I'm curious how this will go. And several people knowing one across Oscar winner Sorvino. Yeah, is definitely Mira. I know this person, Mira Sorvino. Shania and Dee and Steven know this. I mostly know her from Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Does anyone remember that movie? I was a big fan of that movie back in the day. I don't know what she won an Oscar for. I'd be very curious if someone knows and is willing to share. We got Word Grubber here, liking the live, and Rhonda's back. Good morning to you. JP guessing Paul. I don't know Paul Servino, but if Mira doesn't work out in the crosses, I will definitely check Paul if that is a person. Let's see. Who else do we have? So Ledition says Mighty Aphrodite won the Oscar for Mira in 1996. Interesting. I didn't know that. Duo said had to watch previous lives and shorts while you were waiting for our live to start. Oh, I'm sorry, but also I'm glad you watched some of our pre-recorded lives and shorts. Glad that they could at least entertain you while you were waiting. So we have a rootless plant used in some street art, and I see Word Grubber and Shania saying moss, Pierce as well, and Duo. Interesting. I don't recall seeing moss street art. It sounds kind of cool. It's definitely a rootless plant. So I'm pretty happy with that. JP likes it. And it works out with Mira, which I think is promising. So far so good. Paul Sorvino is one of those actors you saw in everything. Oh, is that right, Felix? I gotta look him up. Oh, Paul Sorvino was her dad. He was in Goodfellas. Oh, wow. Did he win an Oscar, though? Because we need an Oscar winner for One Across. Okay, so this really could have been either, maybe. Approximate diameter of a quarter. Interesting little factoid. We got Shania and Dee and Tess and Rhonda Mo. And we got Benny Boop Boop in chat saying inch. JP says, I don't think Paul Sorvino won an Oscar. And Moss works. Yeah, good points, JP. I'm happy with our fill so far. Approximate diameter of a quarter is an inch. Yeah, it seems right. Happy Sunday, Jessica. Thanks to all of you who joined me yesterday on the Saturday Stumper stream. I think we did quite well on that crossword, by the way. Not easy. Hi, Grace. How you doing? Not an easy puzzle. The Stumpers never are, but magic happens when we all work together. Imigel does not know this Scott Turow work. I think I've seen this in crosswords before. Rhonda's also given me the shrug. Uh-oh. Tess has no clue. Okay. Deadnut Dude and Ledition have the same guess, which is promising, and it does accord with my instincts here. I'm getting lots of shrugs and question marks. Wow. I think the answer is 1L. 1L is what they call first-year law students, and I believe there's a book by Scott Turow titled 1L. Yeah, Word Grubber likes it, so I think that is correct. Blank Admiral. This already feels so much more doable than yesterday's crossword. I mean, it's not a breeze, but yesterday, I mean, it's just hard at every turn. Shania confirming Paul never won Oscars. Okay, Paul Sorvino. So we definitely have the right Sorvino in chat. And Constricted Constitution is back, saying Reef Admiral. I'm not sure about Reef Admiral. I think most people on TikTok are saying Rear Admiral, which I think is more of a thing. Yeah, Logician agrees on Rear Admiral. I don't exactly know what a Rear Admiral is, to be clear, but I feel like I've heard it before. Amy Gal says, forgot to brush up on my law writer knowledge. Yeah, Amy, what are you doing? You got to come prepared to these. If you don't know the book 1L, how can you help with anything? Fishing line, fishing with a PH and a question mark. Yes. Good. Yeah, Duo is just giving me the single letter, and Word Grubber, D, Lucky, Piers, Jessica, Mo, all saying scam. Yeah, I think that makes sense. A phishing is a type of scam where you try to get someone to just reveal their password to you. So phishing line would be some kind of scam. I like that. Do we check 20 across, do you think? Maybe let's do 4 down first. Get one more before we dig into the theme. Omnipotent. Omnipotent. We got 3 letters in place. I see a candidate. Pretty good candidate. Mr. 86, hello to you on YouTube. I hope you like crosswords. Just subscribed. Thanks for that. We stream every single day at noon Eastern, and I'd love to see you back anytime. Shania says that rear admirals are rank above Commodore but below Vice Admiral. Wow, I never would have been able to share that. Lucky, Benny, Boop Boop, and Piers, and Tess, and Rhonda, and Jessica, and Lila all saying Almighty. I like this answer. Yeah, Duo likes it too. Almighty and omnipotent, both kind of adjectives used for God. I think that works very well. And the eye looks promising at 20 across. Okay, our first themer of the day. Tees off closer to the hole in mini golf. It's a question mark, so it's going to be some kind of pun. Tees off closer to the hole in mini golf. We might not have enough for this yet. Almighty Aphrodite, Shania, you're so right. They could have done a cross reference, or was it just Mighty Aphrodite in Mira Sorvino's Oscar-winning movie? I'm not really seeing this. I feel like we need to chip away at this long answer a little more. I'll leave it up. Just Mighty. Okay. What do we like here? Oh, Shania has a cute guess. Yeah. Shrink something. Part of it will be shrink because of mini golf. That's interesting, Constitution says. But Shania, I think, let's see if it fits Shania's guess before yeah, shrinks a putt. It does work. And it's sort of, it's themey. I guess sinks a putt is a normal phrase, to sink a putt. But if you do it closer to the hole, then you're shrinking the length of the putt. So this could actually work. It is, like, I don't know why we're doing shrink instead of sink, but if that's the consistent wordplay throughout the puzzle, yeah, I think Piers likes it. Dead Nut Dude says it seems pretty good. Warthog says it looks pretty good. Mickey, okay. So let's stick with this verse for a bit. See how the crosses work out. Constricted Constitution on YouTube is impressed, Shania. Says, great guess. Warthog giving you a bravo. Okay. Luxury cosmetics brand. Word Grubber and Lila and Shreya were very quick on this. D, Lucky, and Mickey. Yeah, shrinking the distance between your T-ball and the hole in the putting green. Yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing, Shania. Grace is saying NARS, luxury cosmetic brand. I'm going to have to trust chat on this one. Seems vaguely familiar, but I would have needed more crosses for that. Duo says Nika. I also don't recognize Nika. So, crosses, here we come. Shania goes, I'm on fire. What the actual? You're often on fire. In fact, Shania, there were a few streams ago when you were just crushing the theme single-handedly, predicting every single theme answer, and you chat was so impressed with you, and then you abandoned the stream. You were gone just in time when everyone was giving you your ups. You were nowhere to be found. I don't remember what puzzle it was, but this definitely happened. Bad romance singer Lady Gaga. Okay, we definitely all know this one. AJ Bradley's here. Constricted Constitution duo. Who doesn't know Lady Gaga? Although this KG is very strange. Tree with fan-shaped leaves. Oh, wow. This actually works. Oh, D says it was the last Saturday Stumper. Was it? I remember it being a theme, though, that Shania was cracking. And Stumpers don't have themes, so I don't think it was that one. Was it the one with leaves falling? I don't think it was that either. Meanwhile, Shania, Warthog, Rhonda, Gary, yeah, getting some different spellings. Yeah, Sherry on YouTube. People saying ginkgo, that this is definitely a thing. I think it's a tree in Asia, ginkgo biloba, and has medicinal properties. It's a funky spelling. This KG is pretty rare, but I like it. It fits. Good morning, Anita. How you doing? Blake, you're barely late. You're barely late. You're just in time. Lucky says, I think it was the Falling Leaves crossword. I'm trying to remember what that was. Tanqueray, Bombay et al. Okay. Yes, good afternoon, Ens. How you doing? And Care Bear is here saying gins. Yeah, these are definitely both types of gins. I'm doing great, Anita. Solving crosswords with my favorite people. What else could I want? Helps with memory, if I remember correctly, Benny Boop Boop says about ginkgo. Yeah, Blake is catching up on the theme. So shrinks a putt. Theme looks fun. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's happening yet, but we have some pun here. Tees off closer to the hole in mini golf, and it's not sinks a putt, it's shrinks a putt. So maybe we're adding SHs to phrases or something like that. Arctic fishing tool. RS just followed us. Thanks for that. Shania making the hop over to YouTube, trying to confuse me. Do we have a title today? Asks Lucky. No, we don't. I'm glad you asked for the title, not the theme, Lucky. You know my rant. No, but LA Times crosswords don't have titles, so this one will have the theme, but not a title. Arctic fishing tool. I saw you cut that little circle in the ice and plop your reel in there. Another name for grandma. God, this feels like a breeze compared to yesterday's puzzle, and it's not. Like, if you solve this puzzle on your own, I think it would feel challenging. You know, Friday LA Times. This is from Friday, the LA Times, and those are not easy puzzles. Care Bear, Gary, James, Shreya, the real K Rabbit is back, and Ends all saying Nana. Yeah, another name for Grandma, Shania, and Sherry, and Constricted Constitution, and Dua on YouTube all get it. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Disco Puma says yesterday's was tough. Yes, that is what we expect on Saturdays. Let me do it. Let me do it. Oh, in fact, T was in the grid, and it had, I think, the hardest clue in the entire puzzle. Does anyone remember the clue on T yesterday? It was outdoor elevator. Think about that. Let me do it. I can. Yeah, I like what Flying 187 is doing. Good. Yeah, outdoor elevator. Grace remembers. Okay. One more letter in this section. 99 Look Balloons Singer crossing Insta post. All right, I think we can do this. Oh, D, you did my crossword on Morning Brew. Thanks for that. Yeah, my crossword yesterday was sort of themed to. Well, I guess I don't want to spoil it, but it had a timely theme. Oh, Grace, you thought the Halloween puzzle was hard, huh? It's nice that you guys are doing my puzzles. Yeah, Nina, I believe, is right. And Clark is saying that. 99 Left Balloons, Nina. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but we got Nina crossing Nana. And Snap for Instapost, I think, makes sense. Snap is a casual way to say a photograph. So I'm reasonably happy with what we have. Eurasian mountain range. Duo says, where do you host your crosswords on Arkadium? So my personal crosswords are at Morning Brew. Morning Brew is a newsletter, but they also have a games hub if you just want to solve them on the website. So if you search Morning Brew crossword, all of those are mine. I also make mini crosswords for them if that's something you're interested in. But no, I don't make crosswords for Arkadium. I just solve them with you folks. Eurasian mountain range. Yes, if you solve enough crosswords, you'll definitely know this. The Urals. Ural River was in our crossword yesterday. Yeah, Urals is a crossword favorite. Let's check 9 across. Brand new. Rugby formation. Rugby formation. Oh, rugby. Wait, by the way, Felix, you should be getting this one, right? Your daughter plays rugby. You're always watching rugby games during these streams. Felix, where are you at? Word Grubber is scooping you. And Amy Gal, yeah, saying scrum. I don't really understand a scrum. I think a scrum is like what they call a huddle in rugby. Is that right? I've seen this word. It's kind of a funny word to me. Felix says, I'm also trying to eat now. Felix, get your head in the game. Get your head in the rugby game. Oh, it's not? Wait, Felix is giving me a big no? Not a huddle. Oh, sorry. Did I just make a fool of myself? R&B boys to blank. Cletus Van Dam is saying men. Yeah, boys to men. Nothing like a huddle, says Milkman. Uh-oh. What's a scrum? More angry than a huddle, says Piers. So everyone knows what a scrum is except for me? A scrum is when a penalty or other dead ball occurs and one team has an advantage. Huh. Ooh, and Shania's trying to guess at 28 across. It does look like we're getting throw something, but we're not at 28 across. We're at 12 down, which is letters on Katie Ledecky's suit. Aha, I remember Katie Ledecky. Olympic swimmer. Yeah, Dysentery Gary giving me the American flag. Katie Ledecky, definitely an American swimmer. So USA, I think, makes good sense for that. Barbecue blend. Barbecue blend next door. Word Grubber says everything in rugby is more angry. That's funny. Scrum for hurdle, Lucky. That's not a bad one. I like it. I like it. The team with advantage puts the ball in, and the other team could steal, pushing against the opposition to get the ball 6 or 8 men, depending on the type of rugby. Still a little confused, if I'm being honest with you guys. Barbecue blend. I see Sherry and Shania on YouTube guessing rub. I like this answer. Yeah, barbecue rub. Nice blend of spices. I think that seems right. Word with party or guest here. Trevor says, lol, I thought this was a Saturday Stumper for a second. It's not Saturday. No, we did the Saturday Stumper yesterday. This is an LA Times crossword, and it's actually from Friday because we did a Halloween puzzle on Friday, so we never solved the Friday LA Times, and that's what we're doing now. Oh, okay, so Jessica's saying that Tess might have cracked the theme. Let me, let's finish this section, and then I'll get to this, and we'll discuss the theme. Struggling to do too many things at once. Constricted Constitution wants amuse, but word with amuse party, amuse guest, guest amuse. I'm not sure I see that. Whereas house, which is what Sherry and Duo are guessing, does work because house party is a thing, a house guest is a thing. I like house for this. Piers, thanks for sharing the live. Yeah. All right, things are looking solid. Country singer Keith, I definitely know this person. Oh, house is another good hurdle word, Felicious. You're right. We could even do urban for hurdle, as Richie Rich is suggesting. Yeah, Keith Urban for sure is the famous country singer. Nevada Senator Catherine Blank Mosto. I don't know this. Does someone know this? Richie says, can't believe Keith Urban is an answer in a crossword. How come? Why do you find that surprising? I think he's famous enough to be crossworthy, as they say. Yeah, I have people guessing, but I can't tell who knows this versus is guessing. I see people saying Cortez and spelling it 2 different ways. Cortez or Cortez. Normally Cortez is spelled with a Z, right? Warthog pointing at her, reminding us that Keith Urban just got divorced. It's true. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman called it splits after a long marriage. Blake is saying Zippy for hurdle. Be brave, Jack. It's not on the puzzle though. No, Zippy is not a good hurdle starter. And it's not even in the puzzle. If it were in the puzzle, I would at least consider it. Tess says I like the way you think. That's because Tess is always a bad influence when it comes to hurdle. Z's. Oh, that's a fun clue. Just some Z's. Sherry and Constricted Constitution. Word Grubber. Lucky. Toddly enough. I'll say shut eye. I like this. Yeah, you get some shut eye. You catch some Z's. All right, I think it's time for 28 across. Our next themer. We have another question mark. Place to get rid of broken furniture and pictures of X's. Okay. Yeah. Grace says, Zippy's not in the puzzle yet. It's true. Yeah, and D reminding us when Tess convinced me to start with Yowza. Terrible hurdle opener. But what chat wants, chat gets. Place to get rid of broken furniture and broken X's. Yeah, Piers and Maypro, Word Grubber, Mickey and Anita and Wanda all saying throwaway zone. Throwaway zone. Okay, let me make sense of this. So a towaway zone is definitely a thing. So again, we're adding this. Oh, it's not just that we're adding we're adding HR. I see. And Tess was saying something like loop in HR, getting HR involved, which is kind of a phrase. Like we're predicting what could be a revealer in this crossword. Throwaway zone, towaway zone. Hey, Marcy, how you doing? We were just trying to figure out the theme here. Oh, Jessica's saying adding an hour. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Yeah, Jessica, it's got to be right. It's the time change. That's the theme. Oh, we're adding an hour because we just gained an hour in the US. That's got to be right. I love it. Yeah, looping in HR was just kind of a weird angle. I think it has to be adding an hour. I really like that. Nice one, Jessica. Apologies if anyone else was also saying that, and credit to you. Fergie, thanks for following us. Yeah, gaining an hour, something like that. I don't think it's going to end up being human resources. Yeah, gaining an hour, Grace. Mickey says it's brilliant. An extra hour, Marcy. Yeah, very clever, says Amy and Piers. Okay, people seem happy with this. Adding an hour is fun. Hey, Jilly. You came just in time for our aha moment. Borders on. Borders on. Yeah, Amy and Wendy saying abuts. That's right. Jessica says these puzzle themes are great. Yeah, I agree. I really like it. And I like how it's topical, you know? More than a few. More than a few. Echo Dog is here, and Wanda Brewer both saying many. I think that works. You know, more if it's more than a few. Many is definitely more than a few. Yeah, Word Grubber says, took me a minute seeing as we gained an hour last week in the UK, right. So I guess that's not as topical for our UK viewers. Rickison is here saying, yay, crossword time, yes. We are reliably here every day at noon Eastern, the new noon. Pennsylvania sect that embraces simple living. Yeah, Sherry and Duo and Ledition saying Amish. Word Grubber and Piers and Cletus like it. That definitely seems right. The Amish embrace simple living. People were asking about my morning brew crosswords. Yesterday's puzzle also had. I did a daylight savings theme. Had a different take on it though. Not this adding an hour. This is very clever. Take a dip. Take a dip. Yeah, we got Wendy and Wanda both in chat, and Ends saying bathe. I think that works. And someone whose username is just XXXXXXXX. Yeah, I got you. It's bathe. Felix says, be honest, Jack. Did it have Oreo in it? I don't know. That's about a coin flip, Felix. If I recall correctly, that puzzle did not have Oreo in it, but plenty of my puzzles do. Blank be an honor. Blank be an honor. Echo Dog and Stacy and N. Clark and Grace saying, yeah, it'd be an honor. I think that works. It'd. Good. Arctic expanse. Okay. Ooh, and look at this. Yeah, I mean we'll fill in this, but I see a familiar pattern emerging in 42 across, which we should expect at this point. Allegedly is here saying tundra. Stacy and Courage are saying tundra. I like that. And we see this HR here, which all of our themers have so far. We might as well look at it. Cars used to transport boxwoods and hydrangeas. Okay. So it's going to be a normal phrase with HR shoved in to make this wacky clue make sense. Kitty Cat is guessing Tundra Duo. Yeah, we've got that. So boxwoods and hydrangeas. Warthog is saying shrubberoos. Not sure. Does anyone have this? Ooh, Stacy C. Yeah. I like this. I like what Stacy has, and Logician is saying the same thing on Twitch. Let me make sure it fits. Shrub compacts. Oh my god. So normally subcompacts is a thing, but hydrangeas and boxwoods are shrubs, so it's compacts because we're gaining an hour. I'm assuming we're gaining an hour. It could still be Lupin HR, but it can't be, right? I like this. Well done, Stacy. Wendy says genius. Yeah, Dad Not Dude's very happy with it. Clever as heck, says Blake. I love it. Oh, I see. Warthog was guessing Subarus. I was trying to make sense of it. Subarus, shrubberoos. Gotcha. April just followed us. Thank you, April. Okay, should we fill in this center section? Bedtime story, for example. Yeah, I could see that. And Miguel says, never heard subcompacts. What is it? A subcompact is a type of car. Do I have a good definition for you, though? Felix says they're very small cars. Duo and allegedly Gary, Dad Not Dude. Sherry all saying tail for a bedtime story. I like that. Tiny car, says Rhonda. Like a Mini Cooper. And that's coming from the person who got shrub compact. I can't even say it. It's hard to say. Shrub compacts. Blob of gum. Blob of gum. And might as well. Oh, Barbara's back. How you doing, Barbara? Yeah, I see people just giving me a single letter here. I don't know if it's blocked or what. But a wad of gum. I think that makes sense. Starting five in basketball, for example. You can't say wad on TikTok? It's so strange. Subcompact is a small SUV, I believe, says Jessica. Gary says, I feel like a genius compared to yesterday. That's so funny. Yeah, stumpers are not designed to make anyone feel smart. And yet, when we get that confetti on a stumper, don't you feel kind of on cloud nine? Barbara McDowell on Facebook get an A team for starting five in basketball. I like that answer. The A team. Grace and Wanda and Sherry and Enz are all happy with it. We got two Sherrys on two different chats today. One on TikTok, one on YouTube. Food for finches. Food for finches. Yeah. Gary and James and Enz. Ooh, and who's this? Gina are saying seeds. That works too. Seeds. Okay, we'll fill in 40 across and then move over to this neglected section. Tim A is here and Sweet Georgia Girl also saying seeds. Both Sherrys like it. Ambient musician Brian. This is like the Oreo of names when it comes to crosswords. Yeah. People know they're ambient musicians. Jilly and Anita and Logician. Yeah, Tess has no clue who it is, but I know it's Ina. Eno, exactly. Yeah, Brian Eno. I think pioneered ambient music. Writes a lot of music for film scores. Actress Chaplin. This is kind of another crossword darling. Whenever you get short names with many vowels, the crossword constructors pay attention. Yeah, Gary L. Smith seems to know this person. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but I know it's Una, or maybe those O's are two syllables, Ouna or something. Not sure. I think she had a role in Game of Thrones. 2014 Winter Olympics City. Marcy Flowers. Yeah, we got Una crossing Eno. Just like Nana crossing Nina up here. Sean Lee is back, and we got Phil and Elgato all saying Sochi for the 2014 Winter Olympics city. That seems right. Sochi was in Russia. I remember when the Olympics were there. Anita saying, I think house should be our hurdle starter. It is a good one, Anita. It's got the common letters. Scrum would be funny, but it only has one vowel. House is more sensible. Oh, we have multiple Garys in chat too. And Blake voting for Seeds for hurdle, which is the worst candidate in the grid. No way. Land on the Sea, and we got a question mark, but I don't think this is thematic. It's just not in the right place for a theme entry. So I think it's just a normal punny answer. Land on the Sea. I'm not sure. Refit, says James. By the way, if you are new here, do consider following us. We stream every single day at noon Eastern time. It's always a good time, always a new crossword, and we play hurdle, and following us is the best way to keep in touch. I don't get refit. Is that a thing? Reefed? Yeah, I'm getting some shrugs here. So maybe we need reefer, says constricted constitution. Reefer means something else. So maybe it's time for crosses. Also rans. Also rans. Okay. Yeah, Chrissy giving me a big ASCII art shrug. How do you do that? Is there a shorthand for that, or did you somehow type all that out or copy paste? So Dad Not Dude saying reel in. Reel in, land on the sea. Oh, I can kind of make sense of this answer. It's weird, but I guess to land as in to get. You know, if you land the job, you got the job. So land on the sea, maybe like you're landing your fish, you're actually reeling it in. Is that the idea? Landing a fish? Yeah, Mickey says I get it. If Mickey gets it, then we'll stick with it. Land a fish while on the water. Yeah, that's what Charlie's explaining. I think that does make sense. Reel in is perfect, says constricted constitution. Okay, nice work, everybody. And then, apparently this is blocked on TikTok. But Amigal and Ledition are saying losers. Yeah, it's kind of harsh, but I guess also rans are people who didn't win the election. They are the losers of an election, but they also ran. Sherry and Mickey and Lucky all saying losers and peers. Okay. Like helium and xenon. F1, thanks for the heart. Yeah, closers minus C, Felix, exactly. Man, I gotta solve little puzzles just to understand what chat is saying now. Warthog and Gary and Wendy duo are all saying inert. I like this. Yeah, helium and xenon are definitely gases on the table, and if you tell me they're inert, I will believe you. Gina Haber and Bill Henderson like it, and Clark. Anita says if you type a forward slash in front of your word, you will bypass talk block. Wow. She said it, not me. That's Anita's tip. Oh, Rhonda, you're right. Inert is actually a great hurdle opener. We keep getting better ones as we progress through the grid. Catch. Crossing has to have. Yeah. We're still in good shape. See Rhonda and Dad Not Dude. And D saying see to catch, like to catch sight of, to see. Or catch a flick, yeah, as Dad Not Dude is saying. Oh, Captain Jack is back, saying needs. Has to have. You need it. I have to have it. Perfect. We got cohort of cows. Cohort of cows. Yeah, Barbara McDowell on Facebook getting these. Yeah, cows travel in a herd, as Charlie and Hannah Quaid are telling me. Puts in order. Here says herd of cows, moo. I feel like there's a pun in there because herd, like hearing with your ear. Constricted Constitution, and Mickey and User95 saying sorts. Yeah, I guess if you put things in order, you sort them. Everything looking peachy here. Go back here. Area around a fireplace. Oh, I saw lots of people guessing health, but this is not health, it turns out. It's the problem of guessing when you don't see the clue. In timeouts just followed us. Thank you. In timeouts. Yep, Rickerson and Efon, Sweet George Girl, and Gina are all saying hearth. And Clark and Kim Williams as well. Yeah, the hearth is the area around a fireplace. So that definitely seems right. Yes, Tess, I had the same idea as you. I think it's time we look at 48 Across. It'll either be another one of these themers we're sticking in HR, or it will be a revealer of some sort. And it looks like it's the latter. Benefited from the end of daylight saving time, or a hint to 20, 28, and 42 Across. Okay. Benefited from the end of daylight saving time. Who predicted it? I think it was Jessica. Ice Karami just followed us. Thanks. Yeah, I really like this theme. It's very pleasant. And I love a topical theme, don't you think? Gained an hour. Because all of these themers are normal phrases are literally gaining an hour. HR standing in for hour. Sinks a putt, you shrink a putt. Tow away zone, you throw away zone. And subcompacts and shrub compacts. Yes, they're all gaining an hour, just like we did last night here in the US. I really like this. Clever puzzle, says Mickey. I couldn't agree more. It's good stuff. Requiring immediate attention. Rhonda says, I like this theme. Yeah, I do too. Marcy Flowers and someone named Meow on YouTube is saying urgent. Yeah, urgent, requiring immediate attention. That seems like a lock. Donna May, very pretty font in your username. Miniest Minis here, also saying urgent. Procures. Has this felt like a long weekend to anyone else? I think something about Halloween being on Friday has made it feel like a 3-day weekend, even though it wasn't literally. Blue-Eyed Gal is here saying obtains for procures. I like that too. Although EI ending is a little strange. Let's check it. Is it too risky for me? In quotes. Is it too risky for me? Warthog pointing out we got an extra hour. You're right. Man, I really walked into that one. Yeah, it actually literally is a long weekend. It's a 49-hour weekend. That's very funny. That's not what I meant, but is it too risky for me? Amy Gal and Jilly and Tess James are saying, dare I? Yeah, I think that works. Makes sense of the EI. Dare I? Do I dare? Was into. Was into. Yeah. Okay. Seen a couple different answers here. I see did or Doug. I can sort of see an argument for both of those. I like Doug a little bit more. Yeah, Steven is just hedging and saying dig or Doug. Oh no, you're saying dig or Doug. No, but the tense, it's past tense, so it won't be dig. But Doug, I think, makes sense. If you're into something, you dig it. If you were into something, you dug it. Yeah. Happy? How you doing, George? Cool guys back. Glad to have you here, George. If you're just joining, you missed a fun theme. Good draw in blackjack. Miniest Mini and Constricted Constitution on YouTube were quick on this one. Cletus as well, and Donna May with the nice font saying ace. Barbara McDowell too. Yeah, I guess an ace is always a good draw in blackjack, right? It's not like some cards are good or bad depending on context, but I guess an ace is always good. Mom Z saying ace. Ooh, and Felix excited about this one. Sue Bird's alma mater for short. Definitely looks like UConn, as Wendy and Hannah Quaid are saying. Grace also a UConn fan. Wow. Lou Door Sign. All right. Crossing. Pitcher. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Guidry, who won a Cy Young in 1978. Okay. I would need the cross for this, but I'm guessing some people know this pitcher. Either way, it does look like it's going to be an N here. Ron is a name, and Gents looks like a sign you would have on a Lou door. So I'm pretty happy with that. Guidry, thank you. People know their baseball history. Guidry. Thank you. Flowerfly saying Ronald. Yeah, Guidry. Gotcha. Woeful sigh. Woeful sigh. Yes. Ledition and Efon and Rhonda. Lucky, oddly enough. People quick saying, alas. Duo says erg, which is pretty funny. Like, that is kind of a woeful sigh. If you hear anyone saying erg, they're definitely not in their best state of mind. But I think alas is probably more accurate. And the crosses look more promising. In fact, we didn't even need a clue on scan. Read scan. That checks out. Yeah, Tess seconds seeds for Hurdle, and that's exactly why I'm not doing it. If Tess likes it, then I know I'm being tricked. San Diego squad. More baseball, right? Yeah. Kim Williams and Wendy and Dee and Therese saying Padres. Seems right to me. Samantha's here saying Padres. Were people watching the World Series last night? I did not watch it. No, Grace, don't let them sway you into seeds. No, we want to win Hurdle. You know, it's all fun and games doing bad Hurdle guesses until we lose on the first round, and then we're all going to have regrets. State with no native snakes or lizards. That's a good fact. Jess is like, what do you have to lose? I have Hurdle to lose. I thought I made this clear. That's what I have to lose. Hurdle. I don't want to lose Hurdle. I want to win every time. By the way, can we dwell on this clue for a second? State with no native snakes or lizards. Alaska has none of those natively. That's pretty interesting. Demonic Jesse is here getting that. Yeah, I didn't know it either, Flowerfly, but it seems Courage did, and KTA. Best World Series in a while, in my opinion. Rowboat set. We got Minnie and Duo and Sherry on YouTube saying oars. I like that. Someone named Lulu. Courage says, I used to live there. Wow, you used to live in Alaska? Whereabouts? Arduous hike. Magpie says, damn, I was busy, so I've missed the majority of the puzzle. Sorry to hear that, Magpie. Lucky for you, we stream every day, so we'll be back tomorrow with a new crossword, and we're playing Hurdle, so if you want to stick around for Hurdle, that will be happening imminently. Heather Denhart just followed us. Thank you for that. And Drew Relaford is saying Trek for an arduous. Why can't I say this word? Arduous hike. Trek. Got to prove to myself that I can say it. I don't know what's happening. Sam JMN is here saying Trek. Gary says this is a Monday puzzle, it seems. It's really not, Gary. It's a Friday LA Times, which are sort of difficult puzzles. I agree this feels maybe a little easier for that slot, but I think if you solved it on your own, it would feel tough. B Talisman also followed us. Thank you for that. And sorry, Piers is saying St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland. Maybe he went to Alaska too. Yeah, I missed that part of the story. And Grace says this was a good theme, so stinking clever. I agree. Glad you like it. Scribbled reminder crossing Ice Queen with more than 400,000 computer-generated strands of hair. Wow, that's a great clue for Elsa. I see people guessing it. Elsa of Frozen, played by Idina Menzel. 400,000 computer-generated strands of hair. That's wild. Wow. I'm actually shocked by this. And Earl Grey tea, scribbled reminder as a note. And just like that, we have one corner left in this crossword. We are flying today, and I am kind of taking my time. Flowerfly's laughing. That's the clue for Elsa? Yeah. I dig that clue. Rickerson is like, Elsa? Let it go, Elsa? Yes, that's the one. Phenoms. Phenoms. We got Tess and Amy Gal and Piers and the Miniest Mini and Constricted Constitution saying hot shots. And Barbara and Angie's here also saying hot shots. Yeah, phenoms are hot shots. I love that. Shania likes it too. Adele Dazeem, says Blake. Yes, exactly. John Travolta, is that you? Has Blake been John Travolta this whole time? Felix, this one's for you. TZVI says this is a weirdly easy puzzle. It is easier than our average here. I will acknowledge that. But you know, when you have a clever theme, I feel like that can compensate sometimes. And easy isn't even a criticism, you know. I think there's a time and a place for a breezy puzzle. Yeah, Shania says we just had Oreo in a crossword entry recently. Yeah, it's just one of those classic crossword entries. You can't get around it. And who doesn't love an Oreo? Dysentery Gary seems shocked that you would put Oreo on a cheesecake, but sounds good to me. Blake wants to see Hydrox in crosswords more often. Can you imagine? Dadnut Dude says, where is Eel? Ask him the tough questions. Where is Eel? Felicia says, can we get a different cookie? Lol. So, we have blank error. Yeah, user error looks right. Gary and James and Sherry and Julie. Hydrox for hurdle, can you imagine? User error. Now let's do these crosses. Ish, atop overflow with, atop achy. All right. And that is all going to reveal something. We haven't had a single woodwind instrument in this puzzle, says Blake. Do you remembering aggretainment from one of our first ever stumpers? Yeah. Crosswords do not exactly have a representative sample of language. They tend to lean heavily on certain words. Yeah, Jessica giving me just the cross, which is very cool. City on the Tiber is Rome for sure. So that's looking like ish is going to be or so. You know, ish or so kind of ballpark in here. Overflow with is to team. And what was this? Achy is sore. Crossing City on the Tiber is Rome. I'm going to put in this E. I'm seeing my drum roll. And hopefully we get the confetti. Do not go anywhere because we're playing hurdle right after this. Here we go. Yes, excellent. Well done. That was fast for us. And we kind of took our time with it too. Yeah, love this crossword theme. We gained an hour in all of these entries. I think that was really clever. I'm pulling up hurdle. And what did we decide we're doing? We're not doing seeds. I refuse. I refuse. We need to be smart. Okay, pulling it up. House, I think, was a candidate. Can't remember what the others were. All right, hopefully you can see this. I'll adjust the... Wait, let me try to get the... there. That looked good for a second. I want you... Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. I want you guys to be able to see the keyboard because it actually shows you which letters are ruled out. Here we go. Inert. Yeah, Piers is saying inert. Shy Girl likes inert. I think that's... Let's be sensible here. We want to win. Inert was in our puzzle. It's valid. Jilly says, I think it seemed easier because of the stumper yesterday. You might be right, Jilly. We were kind of solving with weights on yesterday. Lucky one, Zippy. No Zippy. We have ER in yellow. Shy Girl wants to win like yesterday. What happened on Hurl yesterday? We did win. No, or we didn't? I actually can't remember. I remember when Amay and I were solving together on Halloween, it was like the smoothest hurdle I've ever experienced. Yeah, the Friday win, Shy Girl, was awesome. You're right. Okay. What are we doing? Hours, says Lucky. Yeah, we did win yesterday. Ready? Yeah, people guessing ready. I think that's a smart guess. Let's try it. Okay. Could have been worse. We picked up an A, and we ruled out a couple of slots for our other letters. I'm always tempted to end in ER. Like, it could be blank A, blank ER. There are a lot of words with that template. Braun Breakfast says, oh no, I missed the crossword. I'm sorry, Braun Breakfast. It was a really good one. Lucky for you, we'll be back tomorrow with a new crossword. We're here every day at noon. And in fact, tomorrow's puzzle is a custom one. Custom crossword with a guest. A laser. Laser is good, isn't it? Yeah, we haven't guessed an L or an S. I think laser is smart. Let's try it. Wow. We're really piecing this together slowly. We got all yellow still. I did not expect that, so we picked up an S. But the ER are not in the right place. What is this? Braun says 12 p.m. Which time zone? Eastern time. Noon Eastern time in the US is when we stream. Wow, what is this going to be? A rose. People want a rose. Wow. We had this the other day. A rose by any other name. Everyone was making their jokes. Let's try it. Sweet. Well done. Okay. That was good. That was good. All right, hurdle 2 of 5. We got a little yellow on the board. Vedar says, me and Hurdle had a breakup, but bye, guys. Why are you leaving? Why'd you have a breakup? Hurdle's great. It's not this. Wait, it's not the same as yesterday's, is it? I hope not. It's called Hurdle, Rip Max. Wait, oh no, what happened? Am I doing the wrong one? This is newer, says AJ. Wait. If this is newer, oh no. What happened? I might have picked the wrong one. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, that was my fault. Give me a sec. Hold on, I can fix this. I know I can. I did. I pulled up the wrong one. I'm so sorry, guys. Good eye for people who were here yesterday. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. I can't believe I did that. Can you guys see? Can you guys see this? Yeah, it's the time change. It messes with you. We could have aced that one, says Gary. It's hilarious. I missed yesterday. It's all good, says Lucky. Wait. Oh my god, what's happening? Why won't it pull up? I'm so confused, actually. I think they ran the same hurdle 2 days in a row or something, because I'm on the right one. Something's weird, guys. I swear. I'm trying. Yeah, I think it's the same one on the site. They ran the same one 2 days in a row, or maybe there's a daylight savings time or something. Because I'm pulling up today's hurdle, and it's this. Did anyone play hurdle today? It's messed up, Jack. You aren't doing anything wrong, says AJ. Wait an hour, says Warthog. Oh no. Let's just play and see how it goes, says Carly. Yeah, I guess I don't remember honestly what the days were. You might even say this is a hurdle to the stream, says Flowerfly. Oh my god, how did this happen? Play an older one, maybe. Yeah, that is what I should do. This is bad. What's happening? Yeah, maybe, do I have any from the backlog? I do. Maybe we haven't played all of these. Can you see a fresh screen? I'm going to put inert in and press enter. Can you guys see this? Warlock says, it's okay, man. We're doing this. All right. If anyone is down to stick around after that debacle, I still want to play hurdle. And we're here. And I don't think anyone remembers this. So we got an E and a T. Let's go. That was weird. Sorry about that. Grace is like, seeds. No, I'm not doing seeds. Carly's saying shoot. That's kind of a cool answer. Let's try it. Okay, place the TE. Place the TE. Flowerfly is like Zippy. I'm feeling like why not do Zippy at this point? It's already been a disaster of a hurdle sesh. All right, we have an ending in TE. We need another vowel somewhere. Plate seems like a very sensible guess, Carly. Plate? Why not? Angie says, I don't remember 5 seconds ago. Well, good. Ooh, paste was a good guess, Shreya, except there's no P. And skate, constricted constitution, the A is not in the middle slot. That's what yellow means, that there is an A somewhere, but not there. It could be like, actually, what is it? I want to put the A here. Maybe based. Yeah, based is smart. Lots of people at Page, lots of people saying based. I think that's promising. Oh, wow. I thought that was going to work, actually. Can you imagine if we lost turtle now? Wait, what is this going to be? What letter is this right here? That's the question. Ooh, I have one candidate. No, it can't be waste or haste anymore because the S doesn't work. Yeah, Mo and Ledition are thinking the same thing I was thinking. It's the only word I can think of. F1's saying it too. Is there any other candidate than Matt? Yeah, Meow on YouTube wants it. Well, let's try Matt. It's what everyone's saying. Good, good. All right, we're back. Ooh, latte. That was smart, Sherry. It could have been latte, but no, it was Matt after all. Ooh, and now we got the starting letter with an M. A little unexpected. Tess says, have we done this? I honestly don't know. If we have, it's from a while back. I went deep into the archive for it. I hope we haven't. Oh no, Flowerfly says I feel like we have. Well, that's what happens when we play Hurdle every day, and then there's a glitch one day. Mushy? Sam wants mushy, which is kind of too fun to pass up. Didn't pan out at all. Sorry, Sam, I was with you. But now we did rule out MU. So what's the vowel going to be? MI, I guess, or MO? Mound. Blake is saying mound, but I guess that's now ruled out from the U. So we need an O or an I, something. What's it going to be? Can't be music anymore. Minor? Minor's an interesting guess. It's actually a very smart guess, like this. Guesses a lot of vowels. I like it. Ooh, that was very good. Look at that. So we have our O. We need to find a place. So actually, we still need a vowel right here. The second letter has to be a vowel. So maybe it's double O somehow. Wait. Oh my, I just saw it. I just figured it out. I think I know what it has to be. No, it can't. Yeah, duo. You're right. It's got it. Lucky. Yeah, everyone giving me the zeros because it's too mean to say. It's got to be moron. That's pretty hilarious. Ray of Light just followed us. Thank you. It's got to be. It's the only. I think it's the only candidate at this point. All right. All right. Let's do this. I actually don't remember moron showing up in Hurdle before, so I don't think I've solved this one. Oh, Ray of Light said, hey, your stream was on my For You page. Hope you have an amazing day because you deserve it. That's really sweet. Gary's like, we would remember moron. We would remember if moron would go up. That's how I'm feeling too. And Austin just followed us too. Rock and Rhonda saying pearl. Reach. Yeah. Maybe I kind of like pearl. Something attractive about it. Let's go for it. All right. Getting a little more yellow on our board. Can't hate that. EAR. Flowerfly saying break. Ready? Yeah, we did guess ready earlier. It was a good guess then. Oh no, it's not going to be ready because the E and the A are not in the right spot. Raise. It could be raise. That's a good guess. I and S are common letters. Yeah, let's try this. Sorry, didn't work out at all. Seeing a lot of water. What if you tried brave, says Ray of Light? Brave is a good guess, except we know the A is not in the middle position. That's what the yellow means. Tread, react. I guess it can't be react anymore, meow, because the R is not in the first position. Beard, says Angie, but that's also ruled out by these three letters. So what's it going to be? Bread? Bread is a cool guess. Wait, does that violate anything? I think that's a cool guess. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with bread. Should we try it? Ooh, okay. We found all our yellow letters, but it's not dread now either because the D didn't work out, or tread. So what's it going to be? Actually, what's it going to be? It's not like dream or cream either. Oh, great, or treat, or reek. Oh, wow, there's actually a lot of possibilities. Treat, great, reek, or creek, as Logician points out. So I think we need a filler. Oh, we can actually lose this. I'm getting nervous. There are too many possibilities. Blue Velvet Fan is saying creek. So I think we need a filler word, guys, because something with what? A G? GCWKT, those kinds of letters. Freak, Barbara says. We need a filler word, otherwise we're going to lose. There's too many possibilities. Tweak as a filler word. It's possible. Can we do any better than that? Touch? How do we do this? Write as filler. Oh no. Gawks. Gawks guesses the W and the G and the K. It's not bad. Should we try Gawks? The problem is, let's see, if nothing hits, do we know what it is? Like, it could still, then it would have to be treat. Is that the idea? Maybe we try this as a filler word. Do people accept? I don't want to do this on my own. I need thumbs up. Yes, go for it, says Rhonda. That's what I needed. Ooh, big, 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 big. Look at that. See, it's not great, and we know exactly what it is. Oh, that was a good filler. I love when a filler works out. Reek. It was reek. Yes. All right. That's how you hurdle. That's how we do it. I definitely have not played this hurdle before. I do not remember this. Blake, was that you who gave us Gawks? That was really smart. Jessica's breathing a sigh of relief. Flowerfly says, what even is wreak? Wreak is like to wreak havoc on someone. You know that phrase? Ray of Light is psyched. All right, but let's not get complacent. We're on board 4 of 5. I want to get to that last level. Mini's mini guess is empty. I think that's kind of a cool guess. I guess it doesn't really check a lot of vowels, which I do like to do. Poise? Yeah, maybe poise is a little better because it guesses more vowels. And she says, I love how much you enjoy this game, Jack. I do love this game, and I most of all love playing with you guys. Poise was a very good guess. We got an O and an E, and also uncovered an I somewhere. But where's this I living? Because it's certainly not here. So I think the I has to be next to last. Yeah, I'm seeing movie, moxie, those kinds of words. Folly, dogie? Hoagie? I don't think hoagie's spelled that way. Yeah, moxie or movie. Moxie's sort of a fun guess. I'm gonna try it. We have space to play. If it all hits but the X, then it's movie. Ah, it was Moxie after all. Look at that. Cool word. All right, here we are. Level 5 out of 5. If you haven't played Hurdle, oh, and this is a rough draw. If you haven't played Hurdle before, we only get 2 of our own guesses this round. The first 4 guesses are automatically supplied for us, and we only get 2 guesses to make this work, and this is not a good draw because we only know that there's an O and an I somewhere in the word. Oh my god, how are we supposed to do this? Literally, how are we supposed to do this? Blake is guessing pious. Oh my gosh. So Mickey wants pies. What about spoil? No, it can't be spoil because the I is in the wrong place. Lucky. But let's voice. It can't be voice because the O is in the wrong place. Coily. No, it can't be coily because the O is in the wrong place. But keep throwing it out. Everyone's saying bias. It's the only one that works so far. It's the only one that works so far. Coil. It can't be coils because of the O. Constricted Constitution wants pious. Should I just guess it? Blake is like pious, Jack. All right. I'm gonna guess pious, and oops, not like that. Here we go. Oh, I thought that was gonna work. I felt pretty good about pious. Could have been worse, I guess. We know where the I is, and we have an S somewhere. But this is kind of, we sort of need a miracle still. So the O is probably not at the beginning of the word. I'm looking at like SI blank O blank, maybe? Oh, no, the O can't go there either, I'm noticing. Look at this. So where does the O live? I guess in the last position, it ends in an O? Not bison because there's no N. So what is it actually? I think it might have to end in an O. Because visor, look at this, Jessica. There's the O cannot be in the fourth position. Ooh, Shreya and Blake and Ledition are all given the same guess, which is disco. And Lucky. Disco, yeah, Tessa's like, OMG, it's disco. Rhonda's excited. This really could work. I don't see a problem with it. We have an S. It ends in an O. Have we already done this one? Oh, no. I don't think I've solved this one. Disco, really good guess. Let's do it. Yes, that is awesome. And a very fun word to end on. All right, well, apologies for the hurdle debacle, but I still ended up having a lot of fun playing hurdle. I don't think I solved that one before. And tomorrow, or for the rest of the week, we will have normal hurdle experience. I don't know what happened today. Join us tomorrow. We stream every single day at noon Eastern time. Oh, by the way, today's the last day you can use the code BOO40 for 40% off Arkadium Plus. So if you're kind of thinking about maybe I'll do it, today's the day. 40% off is a legit deal, and you get ad-free games plus an archive. We couldn't have saved Hurdle today if I didn't have access to the archive. So archives are great. And we have a guest on the show tomorrow, Will Nediger, who is an amazing crossword constructor, is going to be on the show with MA. He has made many of the custom puzzles that we've solved here on the channel, and he's also a speed-solving champion, so he will be an interesting person. And yeah, Blake, evening stream is happening at some point. Everyone's asking about it. I think I just don't have a date for you guys yet. I appreciate you asking about it and being interested. It'll happen soon, I promise, but I don't have a date for you yet. Is there anything else? Follow us if you don't already, and thank you so much for spending some of your Sunday with me. I really enjoyed this, and I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Grace is like, you said you'd announce it today. I know, I'm sorry. It's just the scheduling is getting a little crazy. I'm sorry, I can't tell you just yet. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you soon.